The Saiyan Arc features one of Goku's most difficult challenges in the entire series, fighting Vegeta. The Super Elite Saiyan Prince had so much raw potential that even his lack of belief in training and hard work wasn't enough to give Goku a chance at closing the gap between them. However, a Super Saiyan Goku would make for an entirely different fight and an entirely different story. Today I ask, what if Goku went Super Saiyan in the Saiyan Saga? Let's get into it. Piccolo has just died. The reincarnation of the Demon King proves that he isn't his former self and has changed into a new person. This sacrifice leads to Gohan becoming enraged, attacking Nappa in a blind fury. His power level shoots up to 2800, but that's nowhere near enough to hurt Nappa, who easily deflects the enraged Gohan's Masenko. This drained Gohan so much that he couldn't even run away, and so Nappa closes in on Gohan, crushing the boy to death with his foot. Goku was too late to save Gohan in this version of events. He arrives just in time to see Gohan's life ended. That was the last straw. His eyes search the battlefield, and he sees his fallen comrades all around him, his eyes finally settling on the lifeless body of his son. Rage boils to the surface of Goku's face. The planet itself feels like it's shaking. The scouter on Vegeta's face goes off and is rising at an incredibly rapid rate. It's unprecedented. The scouter blows up after reaching 30,000.
Nappa! His power is rising incredibly fast! Make an artificial moon quickly!
Vegeta realized that they wouldn't have time to find the actual moon. If this power reading was accurate, he couldn't risk dropping his own power, making an artificial moon himself. So, Nappa quickly makes one, dropping his power notably, but allowing both of them to begin transforming into their Ozaru forms. As they do, Goku is in the middle of his Super Saiyan transformation. He's losing himself in a quiet rage, but before he's consumed entirely, he throws the one senzu that he has to Krillin. He doesn't say a word when he does, and Krillin understands the gesture. Krillin eats the senzu and gets back on his feet. Goku nods at Krillin, and Krillin steps back from Goku. The Ozaru form multiplier is a 10 times boost, giving Nappa a power level around 40,000, and Vegeta a staggering power level of 180,000, the second highest power level in the entire Frieza Force. As they finished transforming into the Ozaru form, Goku had finished becoming a Super Saiyan. The two Ozaru are taken aback by Goku's form. Vegeta utters a name, Super Saiyan, as he looks onto Goku with a face of sheer disbelief. Nappa is the first to strike out at Goku, but he completely misses the Super Saiyan. "You killed my son. I won't forgive you." The quiet rage of Goku left Nappa frightened. He wanted to run away. He wanted to escape with his life, but he was too scared to move. Goku kicked the paralyzed Saiyan in the head, knocking him out in one hit. I get it now. Goku thinks about his tail and the monster that killed Grandpa Gohan. His face of rage turns into sadness as he looks down at the unconscious Nappa. "Krillin!" Goku shouts to his best friend to cut off Nappa's tail, and luckily, Krillin has the perfect technique to do so. Krillin fires a Kienzan at Nappa's tail, Nappa is back to base form, and Goku flies at Vegeta. Meanwhile, Krillin takes this opportunity to go over to Nappa. "After everything you've done to my friends," Nappa begins to try and crawl away. "I won't let you go." Krillin readies another Kienzan and uses it to end Nappa once and for all. He has avenged the fallen Z-Fighters. Meanwhile, Goku is dominating Vegeta. While the Ozaru form did slightly close the gap between them, Vegeta's power level of 180,000 wasn't nearly enough to surpass Goku's power level of 400,000. It didn't help that the Ozaru form had lumbering movements, not necessarily slower in raw movement speed, but the form is just so bulky that it couldn't perform techniques with precision and grace that base form could. Goku was outmaneuvering and overpowering Vegeta. There was no hope for the Saiyan Super Elite to win this fight. Goku kicks Vegeta in the back of the knee, knocking the Saiyan Prince to the ground. Vegeta is gasping for breath and vulnerable. Krillin seizes this opportunity to cut off Vegeta's tail with a Kienzan as well. There he lays, battered and defeated. Vegeta was on the ground below the legendary Super Saiyan, Son Goku. Krillin was waiting for Goku to finish Vegeta, but instead, he said something completely different. "I really don't think you needed to kill the other one." Krillin was in complete shock from what Goku was saying. They were both humiliated. This strange power, this Super Saiyan power, showed them that they were born with nothing special. "Let's take him with us." As Goku says that, Vegeta loses consciousness. Krillin and Goku take Vegeta to a hospital where Goku could watch over the Saiyan as he recovers. It would take some time for Vegeta to fully heal, and as he does, Krillin comes up with the plan to go to Namek in search of more Dragon Balls in order to resurrect their friends, just like he does in the main timeline. They get Bulma to repair the nameless Namekian spaceship that Mr. Popo tells them about, and events are seeming to go very similarly to how they did in the main timeline. The main difference here being that Goku isn't in the hospital, and Gohan is no longer alive. Setting up the Namekian ship takes 5 days, 10 if you include Bulma also learning the language, just like it did in the main timeline. In those 5 to 10 days, Vegeta wakes up. He's confused as to where he is, and as he's coming to, he sees a blurry figure at the foot of his bed. "Where am I?" His eyes finally focus, so he says, "Kakarot." Goku tells Vegeta that they're in a hospital, and Vegeta should be fully healed in a few months. Vegeta scoffs at the idea that it'll take him months to heal. With the healing tanks, he's used to being healed in a matter of days. "Why did you spare me, Kakarot?" The thought of being spared made no sense. If Goku truly is the Super Saiyan, then he's supposed to be merciless. The warrior of rage, the Super Saiyan, should spare no enemy. Goku didn't answer the question. He didn't really know why. Something inside him told him to spare Vegeta. Maybe he didn't want to be the Saiyan that Raditz said he was. Or maybe he wanted to fight Vegeta again one day. The answer isn't clear, but it's too late to change that choice. "Fine, Kakarot. Keep your reasons hidden. But it's good you spared me. You'll need me to help you get rid of the real threat." Vegeta explains to Goku who Frieza is, and the history of Frieza and the Saiyans. He even reveals that he has suspicions that Frieza is the one who killed the Saiyans. Being used by that tyrant for so many years has killed Vegeta on the inside. He lived and died on his pride, and instead, he lived in shame. They need to form a plan to fight Frieza, or else they'll never learn peace, and Vegeta can never regain his pride. All of this was a lot to take in. Goku had to tell the others what was going on and get them ready for the upcoming battle. He asked King Kai what Frieza was doing currently, and to King Kai's horror, Frieza was getting ready to invade planet Namek. The evil tyrant had heard of the Dragon Balls through the scouters of Vegeta and Nappa, so he was making his way to hunt for the Dragon Balls as well. Worlds are converging in a hunt for the Dragon Balls on Namek. Even though Kami's ship is ready, they can't go to Namek so soon. They need Vegeta, and King Kai tells them that even Goku as a Super Saiyan won't be enough to beat Frieza. Dr. Brief was currently working on a new ship, one that could get to Namek even faster, and contained a gravity manipulator. It takes about a month for the ship to be completed, but according to King Kai, they have time to spare. He's keeping track of Frieza's movements to make sure they don't miss their chance. King Kai didn't want to have Goku face Frieza, but with the power of a Super Saiyan and with some training along the way, Goku might just be able to pull this off. As the ship is completed, so too are new Senzu grown. Master Karin gives Goku a bag of Senzu, and he decides to visit Vegeta one more time. He gives Vegeta a Senzu instantly. Vegeta realizes he's fully healed and gets up. "So, is it time for us to face Frieza?" Goku nods and tells Vegeta they'll be training for the entire journey to Namek. Training being something that Vegeta wasn't used to doing. Together, they'd get stronger than Goku training in the gravity alone, and he'd try not to use Super Saiyan while training to make sure he gained maximum benefit from it. If Goku turned Super Saiyan, 100 times gravity would be nothing to him and thus provide no benefit. But if he remained in his base form, 100 times gravity was a wall to overcome, just like it was in the main timeline. The two prepare their 6-day journey to Namek and set off. The fight on Namek begins next time. Thank you so much for watching.